morning, everyone. We are here the day after Christmas, just showing you a little bit of what's going on out there. Yeah, some things do take a break, but not everything, and we still have some malicious people out there. So what I'm going to show you here that we do at Network Guardian for a client is that we block and optimize the use of Palo Alto firewalls wherever possible. That's the one vendor we really stick with and go with and recommend for everyone. You can't use Cisco ASAs, you can use Checkpoint, you can use Juniper, whatever is out there. Uh, Fortinet, FortiGate, right? You can use those. However, we do live by and swear by Palo Alto firewalls as them being the best device out there that gives you the most visibility into your network. And we also use Splunk. Splunk comes with some really cool things right out of the box. And one of those is the Splunk app informations security application, right? And in that, we see here, as I will make this a little bit bigger for you to look at. Give me 1 second. We will zoom. We will zoom in here for a second. I think we're just going to go right up to about 250. As you can see here, we're going to look at advanced threats, and underneath this menu, you would see an option for network anomalies. And it's showing us right now suspected host communication C2. Well, this really isn't C2 communication. However, Splunk categorizes that because the perpetrator right here, leading off with the first two octets, 3.132, seems to be sending off a lot of requests. So this is an inbound attempt. This is the source. This is the destination. And what it is, it's the only one showing at the moment. What we've done with utilizing Splunk and seeing this was we've taken this bad actor, we've researched this with the Cisco Talos website and found out that this IP address is a bad actor. It does a lot of spam. It's on the spam block lists. You can check that all out right from that one website, Cisco Talos, instead of going to all the different sites like we used to. Then we come down here to the Palo Alto 220, and what I've done and what's helped make this count go down from like 8 down to 1 is I have set up DoS protection, DOS protection from zones such as the outside going to the inside. Again, this is all the uh, I should say this is all the post-NAT translation of things when you do these policies. In the end, they're going to be going to a server on the inside. So we put in the trust level 3 inside zone, not the outside to outside. That is not the correct way. We put it in like this, and what it does is it shows us that we have some hits, and they are attacking a host on the inside, and they are going after the SSL for this one. Again, we're blocking SSL. Some of them were blocking RDP, right? Here, SSL, SSL, and there's been a lot of hits on this. One of the users was reporting that the server seems to be very laggy at times. Well, this might be the reason why. So now this is in effect. This should help offload the amount of sessions being created on the firewall that are not legitimate and leaving legitimate resources to the user and the company that needs to use their web server. So this is something that you're only going to see in a Palo Alto firewall like this. And what I really like about Palo Altos is it gives you visibility into everything that's going across your network and outside. It tells you when things are, going sideways, and there's a lot more in depth we can do by going and clicking on the ACC or even on the monitor tab and look at threats and things like that. But we're just going to look at rules now. Now we're going to go over to the security policies tab. And in the security policies tab, we have block bad countries, right? This is all the inside going to the outside world. We also have another rule for blocking outside, attempting inside. That's a little bit further down in the list. But we also have a rule here called block offenders. And that address 3.132 is now at the top of the list because of the IP address is the lowest. And the hit count shows how many times these perpetrators have tried to get into um, the pre-NAT and, or I should say post-NAT, as well as the pre-NAT zones. So these are the firewall zones, and we are blocking them very effectively. So I'm hoping in time that this will be really good for the client. They will not have any more problems with lag or delay. What's happening with Server 2019 and anything else past Server 2008 is that you will not topple the server anymore. The server is going to handle the request. You're not going to crash the server. But what you will do is that you will deny the server resources to serve out legitimate responses to legitimate traffic. Hence, what we do here with the denial of service protection is that we block anything with a certain matching criteria of 5,000 or actually 6,000 connections per second. We've lowered it down from the standard to be really tight so that only legitimate traffic gets through. If you have any questions, if you're looking for security and visibility into your network environment and would like to have an enterprise class firewall with a small scale and a small cost implemented at your office or your branch locations, give Network Guardian a call. The number is 860-556-9511, or you can email sales@networkguardian.com, and that's network with an E, NETWERK guardian.com, and we will talk to you. We'll give you a call and make sure that this is going to be a right fit for you. This is good for independents. This is good for engineers, civil engineers, mechanical. We're talking even ITAR accounts. We are talking doctor's office, dentist, medical, anything that you have something worth protecting. And you also now live in a digital age with COVID. You need that remote workforce. We've got that visibility for you too as well, because inside the firewall rules that we have and everything else, we can set up user ID and content ID is already there, but the user ID, we can track who's logging in from where, what they're accessing, things like that. It also helps with the Palo Alto firewall that you can find the bad things on end user endpoints that they don't know about that they have. As it goes through your corporate firewall, you'll see, oh, hey, you're trying to talk out to China and it's being blocked when you're on the company network. So that might be a call to that user and say, hey, your phone or your endpoint device needs to be looked at. There's an application on there beaconing out or trying to communicate with a known bad country. So, and this is what's really good too about the firewalls as I continue. In the policies, you can put in like different countries. Like there's China right there, CN, right? There's HK for Hong Kong, I think recently Congress might have passed a bill where they're giving money to Sudan. That's on a firewall block list. We don't do that. We don't talk to Sudan. We don't have any communication with Sudan, and neither should you. So give us a call, 860-556-9511, or email sales@networkguardian.com. We'll get you set up with a firewall. I think we have a deal right now still going. We have a lab unit, $800 plus setup time. So you're probably looking at around $1,400. Set up a firewall for a small network with 2 or 3 different VLANs, and you're up and running. There is a recurring cost for licensed features and things like that not included, and those can be discussed as well. There are different price breaks for those if you buy in quantity and buy more years. But let us know. We still have one in stock. The rest, you're looking at probably about a week to 10 days on lead time for retail firewalls and license costs associated with that. Let us know. Thank you.